the doors open and Ysal comes in when he
Yeah.
sat down, and he's actually relatively quiet for a moment, like looking a bit terrified. He looks at you and his eyes kind of widen, and he's like, "Hi, Dr. Ysal. I'm fine. Nothing hurts. I'm good. My leg's working great. It's not caused me any problems."
Ysal will be walking towards him slowly, but pass over his shoulder and just will stop and look over his shoulder and still go, and just go, "Still think I'm not threatening?"
Oh, I believe you
And
might
continue
be
back.
terrifying.
And then just go,
I'm okay.
"Well, we'll find out."
I don't need examining. I don't need any needles or scalpels or cutting open for you to double check my organs are all in the right place or anything like that. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good
just,
the way I am. I'm fine. I'm good. Thanks.
Ysal does the illusion version of holding up a finger.
Well, which would be holding up a finger because
the suit has
a really human-shaped suit, right?
All right, okay. In which case he just holds up a finger and goes, "I like what you've chosen to do with your prosthesis."
Thank you, Doctor. Actually, it's the one you installed. I just didn't change it. I didn't have any money, so and then Smertios discharged me. So yeah, I didn't have any money, so I just sort of kept the one you gave me.
Well, let's check you over.
How many needles is this going to involve?
It depends on how much you resist.
Is that more if I resist or fewer if I resist?
Yes.
I'm not, Captain. I'm not comfortable with this situation.
Well, as the chief medical officer aboard this ship, I do have to take Ysal's medical advice.
Wait, you're the captain? Damn, I didn't know they put hotties in charge of ships. Wow, cool.
Whatever Ysal's doing.
At the moment the doors open and Andy steps out.
Oh, this is going just swimmingly.
That was what I was aiming for. Going just swimmingly.
More needles.
So yeah, I'll just start checking.
Oh, you're a piercings kind of gal.
Many more needles. Perhaps start with the anesthetic.
He looks
like he's in a great deal of pain.
I'm
causing him to talk at great velocity.
He's got space madness.
Or maybe
because
James, buddy, just relax. It'll be over quickly.
All right, he's going to roll a double willpower.
But pilot friend, that is a lie. Dr. Ysal loves going slowly.
I mean, if he's not injured, it'll be okay.
I'm not injured. I'm totally fine. Oh, wait. Based on Regulation 17C, I'm going to waive the medical check. Unless I clearly have medical problems, I can waive the medical check. It says so in the book.
Yes, but how do we establish whether you have medical problems or not unless I examine you first?
If you refer to it, it says that unless I visibly have a medical issue or say I have a medical issue, if I deny having a medical issue and don't visibly have one, my individual rights apply. The scans all came back negative, right?
Your individual rights as an officer of which division?
No. Just as a citizen of the Consortium. You should... Wait. You haven't read the book?
I mean, it's been a while since I read the book, Captain, but that does sound right.
I'm not gonna do it, but imagine I just gave him a concussion real fast. It's like right up behind him, just...
Now you've got a problem.
Oh no!
Bones are embedded in your shoulder.
Is there any kind of check Zora can make to try and find some sort of loophole?
Excuse to torture this man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with double intelligence,
Yep.
which is your wheelhouse, in fairness.
Did you say something earlier about how my implant could control his leg?
No. His own implant.
Ah, right, got you.
Hardwired.
Explode on that one. So
No. Basically, implants are completely unhackable.
Okay.
They've been designed that way, and they would have to be.
That is 6 successes, one of which was a 10.
Ed the GM is not a super awesome legal scholar, so however, there probably is a loophole that you can.
I mean, he does seem like he might be mentally unstable. With his,
Zora's just like, yes.
I mean, elevated heart rate, quickened breathing. Like, he's clearly in distress. We need to calm him down.
All of the characteristics of just being terrified of Ysal is just, unfortunately, subsection 4, paragraph 2 does give us the right to perform any such medical examinations if you seem to be under any sort of duress, and you do seem to be.
Sorry, Ed the GM has to process a second. You put him under duress, and as a result, you can do a medical check because he seems to be under duress. I mean, probably that is the way Consortium law would work. Sorry, I just have to process. It's fair. It's fair. It's like, oh shit.
Get him.
Quick, Ysal, quick.
New chase scene.
What's new scoop? Anyway.
Zora and Andy, your implants are certainly going to be linked to the ship's systems, and you're going to get a ping from the bridge. The comm system is going.
Can I answer it from here, or do I have to go back up?
No, you don't have the equipment in your implant to do so.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the phone's ringing. I'll be back.
Thank you, Andy.
And now I'll do a medical check of our visitor, of James.
Mr. Thomas.
Just as the lift is raising, just submit. Trust me.
How painful are you going to make it, Ysal?
I'm not.
I believe the request was extra.
Like, you don't have any reason to, really.
Possibly a little scary. Bring out, like, open the bag and show off all the big, sharp, pointy objects. But
just take out all of the pointy things to get the tongue depressor.
Your intelligence and medicine, I mean, even visually, you know there's nothing wrong with him. So you are just going through the motions. Andy, do you run to the bridge or just stroll?
Oh, walk fast.
Yeah, okay. You're going to come to the bridge. There's an incoming communication request, so it's a more advanced thing than the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Two-way communications.
Right. Oh, someone actually on the other end. This is the Cassandra. You've reached the pilot, Andy. How can I help you?
This is Lieutenant Dechev on the glowworm. I've got Captain O'Brien for you.
Welcome through.
He'll not take off the microphone. Like you'll hear him go, Captain, I've got the Cassandra. And you'll probably get a visual, to be honest. Do you still have the cigarette in your
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not lit. It's just hanging out. But yeah.
Pilot, where's your captain?
We are currently conducting a search and a rescue at this point. They're below with the rest of the crew checking out our rescuee.
Okay, the debris of the ship that you're nearby is that related to the rescue?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you ask, there's no black box. I already checked.
Huh. How interesting.
Does seem weird, yeah. But, I mean,
yeah, that is a bit odd. We're in the region. We're going to come and provide assistance. We'll be there within 20 minutes or so.
Seems unnecessary, but all right, that's Weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back down.
5 successes.
He's in perfect health, apart from the leg. I mean, the leg is fine, but perfect biological health, and the implant seems to be working
His
fine.
stress levels are elevated.
Yeah, I mean, he is clearly very stressed and worried about the current situation. With 5 successes, when you don't stab him, you would expect his heart rate to go down and him to reduce stress levels. It doesn't. He seems to be continually stressed.
You seem to be particularly apprehensive.
Oh no, mate! I just got to get to Ogmios Free Colony. Sorry, New Ogmios. I'm really sorry. That was Ed, the GM screw up.
Yeah.
I've got to get to New Ogmios. I want to get there within the next couple of days, and this ship will get me there. So I'm sort of waiting to hear whether the captain's gonna let us. You look like the empathetic sort. Whether you're gonna, if I get there in 3 days, it's of significant benefit to me, and I'm sure it's probably out of your way. But in a ship like this, you can easily make it in a day and a half max.
What was to check for lying? Or for deception?
Intelligence, persuasion.
Intelligence, persuasion.
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna roll. That's a non-starter with me, but like this guy. Oh boy.
Shifty.
The sus is strong with this one.
Sorry,
Only 2 successes.
none of you are even slightly shifty.
Yeah, but we're shifty in our own way.
Sorry, how many was that?
2.
2. So with 2 successes, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. I mean, you've literally got a scanner on him right now. If he was lying, his vital signs would change.
Hmm.
He is telling the truth. Probably not the whole truth, but he is telling the truth. He wants to get to Ogmios quickly.
Can I give you anything to maybe help you relax?
I'm good, Doc. I need to get to Ogmios, my
What's
escape
New
pod couldn't do it in
Ogmios?
time, without. Sorry.
What's that New Ogmios?
Well, it's it's an open like an open port, a trading area, and you know how it is with the Outsystem Combine. They welcome people, and I'm looking for work, and I was told that if I get there in time, there's some work there for me. I assume you're sort of keeping the scanner on him while he's talking.
Yeah.
Again, he's kind of not lying. Like, he's not. His vital signs don't show him to be lying. So there's some work there, and I just want to. Yeah, Andy, you're probably down.
Okay. And what was the captain's name and the ship? I forgot.
That one.
Yeah.
Gareth O'Brien. The ship's the Glowworm.
All right.
I'm just staring at this guy's arms holding my bone saw, thinking about elbow grease. Surely he'd do better with a mechanical arm.
Captain.
Like, you would know from your medical experience that mechanical arms are way more efficient than biological ones.
So that was Captain O'Brien with the glowworm. They've decided they want to, I guess, check up on us. At this point, they should be here in about 17 minutes.
Andy, because you have not previously encountered the glowworm and you aren't command, you probably wouldn't have like a directory of what every ship is. Zora, on the other hand, you would know that the glowworm is a light cruiser. It's assigned to patrol this region of space looking for pirates. Like, it's quite a big area that it's got to patrol. Yeah. I suppose it's somewhat logical they could want to be around.
Would she know who the captain was to know that?
You might have access to the cliff notes of his service record. He worked his way up from being a helmsman all the way to being captain. He's been in the service about 15 years.
Sorry, to clarify, I mean, would she know that the captain is the captain of the ship as opposed?
Yes.
What I mean is, yeah,
That would certainly be listed. Like who the captain is would be listed.
Yeah.
So he's he's been in the service about 15 years, and he's really not done anything particularly outstanding or interesting. They fought in a few small engagements with the Resistance and with the pirates, but nothing like he didn't win any huge victories. There were some retreats, and it was very, very minor stuff. Like he's just a nondescript captain in Smirtios. There are probably 100 like him.
well, that doesn't raise any alarms.
So you would have had the scanner still pointed at dude, right? When Andy came down and said that.
Yeah.
Did his heart do anything interesting
Yeah.
when he heard that captain and that ship?
Yeah, particularly when he heard that it was on its way, the agitation that he seems to be experiencing would have increased somewhat. Yeah, so Ogmios, right? I mean, otherwise I might miss out on the job. In if I don't get there in 2 days, can we get going?
No, we're having a rendezvous. Apparently, a little unusual, but I mean, if we leave now,
No,
they're going to get really mad.
Surely your duty is like to the guy you rescued and whatever, and me getting this job is really important to the rest of my life. So,
well, I mean, if you were in immediate medical peril and we needed to get you somewhere post haste, I mean, we can. I mean, we are looking for elbow grease, so if you want to donate an arm, we can get you somewhere faster.
I can't believe that Andy said that.
The gun, the Chekhov's gun. It's sitting on the counter. Everyone wants to grab it.
As we have ascertained, however, you do not seem to be under any sort of medical duress.
Sorry, are you telling me that if I give you an arm, you'll take me to Ogmios like now?
No.
James, I was joking.
Oh,
Are you? Were you seriously? Are
Yes.
you worried about the?
yeah, like I need a job, man. I'm really
Great,
worried
yeah,
about
but-
the job. His vitals are already all over the place, so you have no idea which bit of it
This
he's
is
like.
probably just some routine captain being captainy and checking up on things. It shouldn't take
but,
long.
I mean, if I miss out on this job, it's really bad. Yeah, sorry.
But having watched James's vitals dancing over the scanner, can you also just look at Akak and say a phrase that he said a few times in their careers? And just say, Akak, would you give me a hand with the patient, please? Otherwise, implying, could you please
immediately
smack
go
him
to
on the back of the head with the rock?
I comply
you-
immediately.
Are you going to smack him on the back of the head with the rock?
Absolutely. If that's what we've established that means, then yes. Yes, I do.
Roll me a strength and brawl to smack him on the back of the head with a rock.
All right, so just making sure I am rolling 12 dice for this, right?
You are rolling 12. Just want to double check. Sorry.
Three,
Let me grab the character sheet.
6,
The goal is unconsciousness, not death.
7 plus 5 is 12, yeah.
7, 12. And do I have to like affectate non-lethal?
No. You can definitely say it is non-lethal.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna non-lethally bludgeon this man.
Yes.
With a rock.
You can always say I'm going to stop short of killing them in
Okay.
nearly every case. I mean, if you fumble, maybe
Take
you
his
make
head
a
off.
mistake, but
Is that a 1 or a 0? Okay. Let's see. 10. 10.
Tens across the board.
Mia's
Three
the
he doesn't
captain
he
is
doesn't see it
terrifying.
coming, so I'm actually going to say a 5 or better is okay. Like,
Okay,
I'm gonna
I have
give you
2
a 5,
10s and 3 7s, so I do have a 5. Do you want me to roll more?
yes,
Because I can roll twice more.
Keep rolling.
Hell yeah.
2 10s and 3 7s and a 5, so that's 6 successes so far.
So 5s are also successes?
Yes.
Mhm.
In that case, I have 4 5s total.
Okay.
Oh my!
So that is what's
9.
that? 9?
9 so far.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that is correct.
And you didn't roll any 6s because they would also be successes.
Yeah,
I
no.
guess-
My others are 2 4s, a 2, and 2 1s.
Okay. So roll those 9 for damage. You'll need to roll an 8 to knock him out.
I have to roll an 8 total on 9d10.
One occasion.
One of them has to be an 8.
Or a 9 or a 10.
Gotcha. We're money. That's a 10.
Boom. So you just walk up behind him. No, you walk up in front of him because he's still sat in the seat, and you just whack him on the head, and you just go.
I rock in both hands, direct contact the center of forehead. Dunk.
He's like you see his eyes widen for a moment, and then bunk.
The patient has been restrained, doctor.
Was that necessary?
Thank you, Akakak.
Sora sort of looks around, looks at James, looks around again, and then just.
It's so discontentious that Jay is here and that the guy is named James.
It's just as a moment out of character, it's messing with my head because one of the other characters I've played in one of our games for a while was called Andy. My real name is James, and my brain is just triggered every time a name is mentioned. I'm like, what? Who? No, okay. What? Who? Oh, no, okay.
I'm really
So
sorry.
funny.
Actually, someone did that to me in my very first Consortium, except it was deliberate. My brother decided to name his character Alex because there was another person at the table called Alex. So, to annoy me, and that's why I got into the habit of only referring to people by their character names from now on.
Yeah.
Because I have no choice.
Yeah.
To be unambiguous. So yes, I only refer to people as their character names. This one was just I'm bad at making up names, so I made up a name.
Yeah.
So funny.
I love
I
it.
mean,
So, yes, Yaisel will look around at the group and go, from monitoring his vitals, as soon as Captain Whom's name was mentioned, he was
right.
clearly either very excited or extremely concerned.
Heck,
I mean,
checks for boner.
He's not worried. I don't know why he'd be concerned, but I mean, is the glowworm something we should be worried about, Captain?
It is the name of a light cruiser. The captain is the named captain of the ship.
You can see Andy putting the math together.
It makes sense that they do operate in this area. It would make sense as they do chase down pirates that they would want to check the rooms of the ship without a black box.
He's very... Jimmy, are you a pirate?
For shame.
Akakak, would you perhaps just have a look in the pod just to make sure there's nothing in there that
Of course,
shouldn't
Captain.
be in there?
Yeah, I searched the escape pod.
Intelligence, and I'll give you engineering for this one, actually.
Intelligence? Let's go. So how does this work? Because I do have a half modifier, so I take my total dice and then remove by half, or just the intelligence?
Your half modifier only relates to leveling up, and you cannot have less than 1.
Okay, so cool.
You just have 1 intelligence.
All right, cool. 6 dice.
I've got faith in you, Akakak.
Can I use my engineer's kit for this or no?
Yes. I think it's probably got a scanner of some sort in it. You can certainly scan over the systems and make sure there's nothing weird.
All right.
Has faith in you.
Yaisel will be restraining James.
Like putting him in restraints.
Yeah.
That is 3 successes.
You found room for restraints in your medical kit.
Of course. You can't have a patient thrashing about whilst you're trying to do emergency medical surgery.
With a rock and some foliage, of course not. They have to be restrained.
For their own safety as much as my own.
How many was that, Akakak?
3 successes.
3. The escape pod looks clean. That doesn't. The food and water supplies are empty. The air is low, like he was telling the truth.
Everything appears to be in order, Captain.
You've got more access to these things than I do, Cap. Is he wanted for anything?
No. He's not on any. He's not on any list you have.
Nothing that I can access. Otherwise, well, he would have been placed under arrest immediately after coming on board.
Yeah, I mean, you should have pinged, yeah. But I mean, All right. Well, I think at this point we got about 10 minutes until the glowworm gets here.
Let's perhaps
Are we bringing him up?
Move him up to the medical bay. We can restrain him there. And then if he does need to be sedated, you can sedate him the medical way as opposed to the more traditional blunt force impact method.
An injury to fix.
I really hope I gave this guy brain damage.
How would you tell?
I mean, he wakes up and he's different.
You mean he doesn't come on to Zora?
Yeah, please leave Zora alone.
You fixed him?
Yeah. He does not have enough money for Zora.
No, he doesn't. Yosal is capable of fixing him.
He doesn't have enough money for himself. He's got none. Approximately 0 money.
It's the only reason Zora's not been checking his pockets.